Hello! Kokosnötter på lördag. Right now you might be thinking, oh mom, you forgot to turn the webcam on. However, it's not the truth. I did not forget. I chose deliberately not to turn the webcam on for your benefit. Hammer Hill! Yeah! So the reason why the webcam is a pretty poor choice today is because I woke up this week with 5 cold sores. Not 2 or 3, but 5. I'm pretty good at this. I'm actually pretty good. Wow. I wouldn't wish this game type on my worst enemy. The only person I would wish this game type on was Trank. I wouldn't mind Trank playing this by himself. Well, there you have it, folks. MVP. So, health. Let's talk about it for a second. I think it's really interesting because in the last year I've probably been more exposed to different philosophies around health that I haven't really thought about previously in my life, which is basically that our health, our physical health, is connected to where we're at mentally. It's pretty interesting when you dive into it and like how our symptoms kind of manifest depending on where we're at in our brains. And, you know, if we're stressed or not, obviously has a big effect. So right now for me, for example, I've got 5 cold sores, which has kind of been a blessing in disguise. And the reason I say that is because I've been quite exhausted for a while, like a couple weeks, pushing myself at work and whatnot. And thanks to these cold sores now, I've actually taken a couple days off work. And that's been actually quite important for me. Obviously I wouldn't, like the thing with me, I don't give myself permission to do something like that and just take a couple days off. If there weren't any bigger reason, just like, oh, I want to sleep more. Like, who doesn't want to sleep more? Just like suck it up and get to work. But you know, the universe presents interesting scenarios and things for you to, you know, listen to, and I did take the lesson taken on board, very much so. Feel bad for the enemy ghost. I'm curious to hear your experience. Like, do you ever feel like your physical symptoms are kind of like a reflection of where you're at in the rest of your life? Because that's certainly been the case for me lately, and a lot of the people that I know. You know, like, if the universe sometimes tries to tell us to slow down or take a break, and yeah, I think it's important to listen to that stuff. And take a little breather. Wow! Oh, come on, that would have been so good, especially now that I'm recording and you guys could have seen that I'm actually perfection. Wow. Okay. Okay, are you guys ready for this? I'll bomb the king of power drains. Oh, the count? Wow. What? What is happening? Wow! Come on, Homebomb. Do it for your daddy. So have any of you had a physical illness, something, a sickness that, you know, it's more than just random? Like you can kind of tell that there is a bigger purpose for what's going on at the time. So another example of this, my partner Shelby, obviously she broke her wrist early this year, and that was, you know, devastating, kind of real tough. 4 months of just stuck in a house. Like, it was not fun whatsoever. But like, I'm like an eternal optimist. I'm like, oh, like, don't worry about it. Soon you'll see that there'll be some benefits from this. She was rolling her eyes. She was like, shut up. Like, I don't want to hear your positivity. You know, she was in pain. But 6 months after she actually broke her wrist, she was like, Matthias, you know what? Like, I'm actually grateful for what happened, because of all the transformation she's gone through, because of how difficult that challenge was of breaking her wrist and everything she had to go through because of that, and how much of a better place she feels like she is mentally now afterwards. Like, to me, that's really cool, and how there's a gift in a lot of things that we may not think have gifts in them. Saved you, didn't I, Mr. Raccoon? And I just edited a podcast for work where Kerwin Ray, who had like red eyes, red stuff going on around his eyes, and basically like went through this like series of questions, and they identified that pistol. that his red eyes was connected to his judgment over his parents getting divorced when he was a kid. I think that's pretty cool how, you know, sometimes we just look at a symptom that we're having, something that's going on for us, and feel like it's random, but oftentimes it's coming from somewhere. And I feel like that's a pretty cool world to explore, because when you know, instead of focusing so much on how to fix a certain thing, you know, how to cure the illness or whatever, like, I feel like asking the question of why we have it in the first place can actually give us the answers that we might be looking for, and that might even lead to faster healing than if we simply just went the traditional health route. But well, that's it. Well, curious to hear your thoughts on this conversation. Watch Heal, the documentary is pretty interesting. And I'll link the podcast that I made for work as well downstairs in the description. But yeah, my cold sores are disappearing and I feel so much more rejuvenated thanks to me getting them in the first place. So I'm grateful for that. But yeah, see you guys around.